welcome to a new vlog. I first of all wanted to say thank you so much for all the really kind and lovely reactions to my first vlog. It really meant a lot to me, and it was so nice to see that the YouTube community is so warm and very genuine, and yeah, just made me very happy. Today's Saturday and I have another very cozy weekend ahead. I am currently waiting for my friend Cassandra. She's gonna pick me up and then we're gonna head out to a cafe in the area, get some coffee, pastries, and we want to do some cozy hobbies. I think she's bringing her journal and she's working on a knitting project, and I'm bringing a new book, and I think I'm also gonna bring my journal. I just got this in the mail, I think yesterday or maybe the day before. It's The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. And it looked cute. I read one book by her called The Rom-Commers, and I really love that. It's very well written and it has a lot of banter in it, which I love. I found myself giggling out loud sometimes because it was just very funny, and the tension. It was very much a slow burn romance book, and I think also the trope was enemies to lovers, but also they are forced to live together and then have to make it work, and they actually work together as well. So usually when I find that I really like a book by an author, I see if there's any other books I want to read, and then we might head out to a thrift shop or maybe go see a few other shops. It depends on the mood, how we're feeling. Sometimes I find that in the morning I'm very ambitious and I'm oh, I'm going to go to a cafe and read and go to 20 thrift shops, and then I go to another shop and clean the house, and then by 2 p.m. I am burnt out. So today's motto is very much see how we're feeling, see how the energy is, and then also tonight both of her boyfriend, a friend of ours, and my boyfriend are all getting together at our house. We're gonna get some takeout, and then they, the three guys, they play this game. They're gonna play their card game, and I think my friend and I are just gonna chill. Maybe we will puzzle together, or maybe we're gonna watch a movie or TV show or whatever we feel like. So yeah, I'm very excited to bring you along again. Very excited to see how this vlog turns out, and yeah, let's dive into yet another very cozy, slow, but still very nice weekend. This is my outfit of the day. I really like this Peter Pan collar, but it's a very big collar, and I got it off Vinted actually. I think it's from Zara though. And this Spencer I also got from Vinted, and then the same jeans I wear every single day, to be honest. And then I'm still wearing my slippers. But yeah, just very comfy. It's not supposed to be too cold today. So yeah, and Ivy is chilling in the back there. today's latte art, not it. It's I think the coffee was a bit too watery, and then I think the milk also didn't really foam properly. Like probably I should have let more air in the beginning because it also was quite liquidy. Yeah, but yeah, sorry, Papu's meowing in the background. David, just say something. Okay. Yeah, he agrees. So yeah, this is the coffee situation this morning. Breakfast is served. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. The robot vacuum is doing its thing. But this is my current hyperfixation. It is a smoothie. So that is a blueberry banana smoothie. I kind of left you hanging yesterday because it ended up being quite a full day. We went to the coffee shop and just sat there for a bit. I read my book and Sandra did some knitting and we just kind of caught up and chatted about life. And then we went on to visit 2 thrift shops and I did some damage. I don't know how I do it, but every time I go to a thrift shop, I just end up with this stack of books and it's become this hyper focus that I can't seem to get rid of. And for some reason, there's always a place I can place pretty books. And then I also found a few other things, which I'll show you later. And then we ended up going home. And by the time we arrived, a few minutes later, our boyfriends and friend also arrived. And we just hung out and chatted. And I feel especially in those kind of situations, it feels just a bit weird to pull up my camera and be like, oh, hi people. And also I'm very protective of showing the people around me. Also not everyone is comfortable to show their face on camera, which is totally fine. And then I'm also still trying to get the hang of it of vlogging and speaking to the camera, giving you updates. So yeah, essentially we got takeout, we got fries and snacks. It's a very, I think, Dutch thing to get. It's you go to a takeout place, it's called a frituur. It was so good, it was really delicious. And then my friend and I, we ended up rewatching People We Meet on Vacation. It's such a good movie. I have loved Emily Henry for a lot of years. Her romance books are my comfort books. And this was her first film adaptation from the book, and it was so well done. The acting, the characters, the cast, the entire cinematics. It had this golden feel to it, and I already watched it when it came out, and I really wanted to rewatch it again. Also because we were both kind of low energy because it's been a busy day. So it was also nice to just watch something comforting and also something we've seen before. And now I got ready to go to a high tea with another friend. Bit of a social weekend. But I'm very excited. It's at this very nice pastry / coffee shop, and they make everything from scratch. And their high tea is just so good. So I'm very excited about that. I'm about to leave in a few minutes. And then maybe I want to go to TK Maxx, but I'm not sure. Part of me is oh, I really want to go scout some new mugs. Coffee mugs or tea mugs, but another part of me is maybe I should also chill and just come home and rest a little bit, because tomorrow is also a bit more of a busy day and then work starts again. So I think I'm just gonna feel it in the moment, should I go there or should I go home? We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to take you along again, and yeah, let's go. I just came back from my high tea. The high tea was really nice. The place we went to, they are known for making everything from scratch. It was just so tasteful, and I love what they do is they do like a very seasonal high tea, and they switch it up, I think like every maybe 5 to 6 weeks, which meant that the high tea is always slightly different and very much inspired by like the season and what's going on or celebrations. And it was so good. Like this tea was still very wintry, and it was just very tasteful. Yeah, it was a really nice experience. And then I went home. It started like drizzling, and it's just one of those gloomy days where I thought, okay, am I going to drive to another city, then walk in the rain, go to TK Maxx, and then also knowing that I should maybe save some money and not like spend all of my money at once. And I thought I would just rather spend the remaining of my day at home, because I do like my Sundays to be a bit more calm, and last weekend was also quite social and a bit more busy, so I'm trying to take the time now to relax and unwind a little bit. Thought I would show you what I got at the thrift shops yesterday. One of them was very successful and the other one not as much, but the other one is also one that I go to quite frequently. And again, I didn't really need anything, but then I look around at the stuff I got, and thrift shops and me is like a dangerous combination, because I'm like, oh, it's cheap, and it's not that you can, that's the thing with thrift shops. If you go into them, it's not that you can be like, oh, I'll wait until next week. Chances are high, especially with like the good stuff, that someone else has already bought it, and usually it's like a one kind of thing, so which often also makes it that I will purchase it immediately. Anyway, I got these 2 frames. So we moved into this house, I would say 7 months ago now, and we're still very much in the phase of like decorating and like getting some new furniture. And also one of the things that I find makes a really cozy home is like hanging things on the walls and like gallery walls, and also making it feel like your home, like having photos of yourself and your partner and friends and family around, which I think is always really like, very nostalgic to me. So I got these 2 frames. They were like €2 altogether, and I really like the detailing. I don't know if this catches up. And yeah, I thought they can be added to the collection, and now I need to find more photos to print out. And then of course I got more books because I am obsessed. The first one I got is this one. It's like a very simple color, but again, I feel like this color always does really well in our interior. Like I think most of the base colors are very neutral, and then I like to build around it with color depending on the season. This one is very similar color, just a bit more of a deeper, I would say, like, yeah, it's a brown type. And again, I love the golden details. I think it's really just really pretty and like very chic. And then this one, for this one I really like the typography on the edge. What's it called? Like the side. Again, like just a different shade of brown. But yeah, that's that. And then I got 2 more. This one, the cover is really nothing spectacular, but I really like this spine. That's what it's called. Because this is one of those books that I just put between the rest of the books in our bookcase, and I kind of call them like filler pieces. And then the last one is this one. Again, something I already have so many books of in this color, but I just loved it. And again, I love the typography of this on the edge, on the spine. So yeah, that's all the books I got. I feel like I still did a pretty good job with not going too crazy. Then I found a vase, which I'm not 100% sure about. Like, I am obsessed with this color right now. For some reason, I love it in books, but in this vase, I don't know. But I really like the shape of it, and it was only €2. So we'll see if we can style it. And if not, I think I would just like spray it or paint it or whatever, like do a DIY with it. But yeah, it has like a nice organic shape. Then this one, whenever I find something in this style, like the ceramics, like the brown OG ceramics, I always bring it with me because it adds like a very like rustic, like cottage, like farm style to your interior. And I really love the color of this one. It's very imperfect, but I feel like with these type of pots and plants holders, they need to be like that. I just need to clean the inside, which I'm gonna do at one point in my life. And this one is a bit of a more random purchase for me, at least, but I saw it and I thought it was just so cute. And our current kitchen is like very modern and like gray, and I really don't like it, but we also don't have the budget right now to like tear out the kitchen and do like a full-on kitchen renovation. So I've been thinking of like small ways that I can upstyle the kitchen without it costing too much money. So I've been playing around with ideas of like, oh, maybe I want to like wrap the cabinets, or maybe like paint a wall in that like rusty red, which I've been seeing all over my Pinterest. I saw this one and it's not something I would cook with. It's just like interior, like decor, but I really love the color of this. This would look so cute on like a shelf with some books and like maybe like a vase and maybe like a few coffee mugs. So I brought it with me. And then this one, also a bit of a random purchase, but I really like the shape of it and also like the color. I might use it as like a fruit or like veggie bowl. I'm not sure yet, but it also says on like the bottom that it's like handmade, and I'm a sucker for those kind of things. Like again, like ceramics and me and the thrift shop, like dangerous combination. And then the last thing I got, I'm not sure how I can show you, but I already own 2 of these in different sizes, but every time I see these in a thrift shop, I just buy them because I always find a place for them. Essentially, it's one of those old, like, I hope you can see that. But it's one of those old like carafes. I don't even know how to call them in English. But I think they used them like back in the day to store, I don't know, like grains maybe in it. We already have a slightly bigger one in our dining room, and then I also got one recently that I put in our bookshelf, like bookcase. And this one, it was only €12.50, which I feel like is quite cheap for these, because I've also seen them in like antique stores for like €100, which is insane. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet where I'm gonna put it, but yeah, that's the haul. That's what I got. And I think in total this was around €35, which I feel is like a very reasonable price for a lot of, in my opinion, like quality items, especially if you look at like the materials. Ceramics in general can be quite expensive, especially if it's like handmade, like the bowl or the big brown vase. So yeah, I'm excited to style all these pieces. That's always a bit of the daunting thing when I got like a lot of things at once. I'm like, where am I gonna put everything? But yeah, that's a job for another day.